Angular has signals, Preact has signals, Solid.js uses signals. This is kind of like our last opportunity to do these like crazy big changes. People really get pissed if you change, you ship breaking changes. During the 3.0 stage, we rewrote it twice between 3.4 and 3.5. And turns out he just built the fastest signal implementation in existence. And the benchmarks.
You mean that Vue has the fastest implementation of signals?
So signals is just really another way of calling the reactivity system in Vue, right? That's the system that tracks what you have used, what have changed. So it triggers the right updates. So just think of signals as reactivity system. Alien signals. So for the context, signals is the reactivity system that signals, which is equivalent to signals, is now widely used in many different frameworks. Right? Angular has signals, Preact has signals, Solid.js uses signals. So there's actually an effort in TC39 to standardize signals as a JavaScript language feature. So Alien Signals started out as Johnson, who is a Vue team member, experimenting with a lightweight signal implementation for his own use. It turns out he just built the fastest signal implementation in existence, and the benchmarks. So
You mean that Vue has the fastest implementation of signals?
Now in 3.6, yes.
3.6, interesting.
Yeah, so Vue's own reactivity system went through multiple rewrites over the years, right? So like version 0.x, 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, and then during the 3.0 stage, we rewrote it twice between 3.4 and 3.5. Yeah, so Alien Signals is like the latest iteration, and we have this benchmark where it just, in terms of memory usage and performance, is just best in class. We actually have a version of that to act as the official, the signal polyfill for the language proposal as well. So that's gonna land in 3.6. The nice thing is it's 100% backwards compatible, so nothing changes, just better performance.
That's awesome. So existing Vue users literally get that for free.
Yeah, like we did like the 3.4, 3.5 internal refactors, right? Nobody noticed, right? We just like made it faster, but every time we just try to make everything, because like since Vue 3, we're like, hey, any change we ship, it needs to be compatible, right?
Yeah.
We have this thing called ecosystem CI that just every commit we can run it against downstream projects. So let's say like Vueify or Vue use, like every commit in Vue, we run the change against their test suites. So we don't break them, right? So if we do a release, we make sure all the ecosystem tests pass. So that's very important.
And I think people really appreciate that that is literally a shift in mentality of the JavaScript ecosystem. You can see that on Vue, but also on React, that these framework authors literally are making an effort to keep things compatible over years, which was necessarily not the case back in 2015, where you would see, major breaking changes coming to these frameworks, and now everything seems much more stable than it was before.
Yeah, it definitely matured and sort of, I would say, can't find the right word, but I think it has to do with the stage of the ecosystem and the projects, right? So when I was just starting out with Vue, we had very few users. So like 0.x and 1.0, we changed the template syntax in multiple places, right? But after 1.0, we rarely ever change the template syntax anymore because everyone's like has muscle memory of how Vue templates work now, right? So for Vue 3 was still kind of like, we basically like, this is kind of like our last opportunity to do these like crazy big changes. So after Vue 3, we also saw, okay, like people really get pissed if you change, you ship breaking changes. So yeah, so our priority right now is really like keep Vue on Vue 3 for as long as we can.